For thousands of years, civilizations across the world have told stories about creation. Some speak of gods battling demons, others describe divine beings shaping the world from chaos. Many offer certainty, a beginning, a creator, an answer. But among the ancient hymns of the Rig Veda lies something entirely different. A hymn that does not begin with answers, it begins with doubt. Scholars today know it as the Nasadiya Sukta, the hymn of creation. Found in the 10th mandala of the Rig Veda, yet calling it a creation story may be misleading. Because it is really an investigation, a journey into a mystery so deep that language itself begins to fail. The hymn opens with words unlike anything else in ancient literature. The rishis declare, then there was neither existence nor non-existence. Pause for a moment. Neither existence nor existence. How can that be? If something exists, it exists. If it does not exist, it does not exist. The statement seems impossible. And yet, this is precisely where the hymn begins. Not with creation, but with a state beyond every category that we all know. No being, no non-being, no matter, no emptiness, no universe, no void. The Rishi is attempting to describe something that existed before even the distinction between existence and non-existence had arisen. A reality beyond language itself. The hymn continues. There was no sky, no atmosphere, no space, no earth, no realm above, no realm below. Nothing that could be measured, nothing that could be located, no directions, no dimensions, no up, no down, no here, no there. Imagine trying to picture such a state. I know you cannot, because every image requires space. Every thought requires a framework. Yet the Rishi is asking us to look beyond all frameworks, beyond the very possibility of imagining. Then comes a remarkable series of questions. The hymn asks, what covered it? Where was it? In whose protection did it exist? Was there some cosmic water? Notice what is happening. The Rishi does not claim certainty. He investigates, he probes, he questions. The hymn reads less like a scripture and more like a philosopher standing at the edge of the unknown, searching, wondering, refusing every answers. The next verse becomes even stranger. There was no death, but there was also no immortality. Again, the categories collapse. Death requires life, immortality also requires life. Yet life itself had not emerged. There was no day, there was no night, no movement of time, no sunrise, no sunset, no past, no future, no clock by which events could unfold. Time itself had not yet begun. Imagine a state where even the word before has not meaning. That is the very mystery the Rishi confronts. Then suddenly the hymns introduce a presence, not a god with a name, not a deity sitting upon a throne, simply the one breathed without air, by its own power. Everything else was absent, only that existed. The hymn refuses to define it. It gives no form, no image, no mythology, only a hint, a presence, a mystery, the one. Then something extraordinary happens. Now the hymn says, desire arose, kama, desire, the first seed of mind. This is one of the most important moments in all Vedic thought. Before stars, before galaxies, before matter, there is desire, a movement and impulse, a stirring within the stillness. Why did creation begin? The hymn does not say, but it suggests that desire was somehow involved, the first vibration in the silent abyss, the first ripple upon the cosmic ocean. The hymn tells us that wise seers searched within their hearts, not through telescopes, not through laboratories, but through profound contemplation. And in that inner exploration, they discovered a connection, a mysterious link between being and non being, a bridge between existence and its source. The rishis were not merely observers, they rather were explorers of consciousness itself, attempting to trace reality back to its origin. Now the hymn approaches its climax, and the questions become even sharper and deeper. Who truly knows? Who can declare how creation occurred? Where did it come from? How did it arise? The certainty found in many creation stories is nowhere to be seen. Instead, the deeper the investigation goes, the greater the mystery becomes. Then comes one of the most astonishing lines in all of ancient literature. The hymn states, the gods came afterwards. Think about that. The gods came afterwards. If the gods appeared after creation, then they could have not have witnessed the beginning. The implications are enormous. Even divine beings may not know how the universe originated. This is not atheism, nor skepticism. It is intellectual honesty carried to its ultimate conclusion. The courage to admit uncertainty, even before the greatest mystery imaginable. And then we arrive at the verse that has captivated scholars, philosophers, and seekers for centuries. Who knows the truth? Who can say where creation came from? Perhaps the overseer is the highest heaven knows, or perhaps he does not know. The world strikes like thunder. Perhaps he does not know. Thousands of years ago, when many civilizations proclaimed certainty, a Vedic rishi dared to leave the question open. The mystery remained unsolved, the investigation unfinished, the final answer withheld. Today, humanity possesses instruments capable of observing distant galaxies. We can study black holes, measure cosmic radiation, explore the origins of matter. Yet when we ask what existed before the beginning, science itself enters uncertainty territory. Questions remain, mysteries endure, and in that sense, the Nasadiya Sukta remains astonishingly relevant. Not because it gives answers, but because it demonstrates a rare intellectual virtue, humility. The willingness to stand before the known and say, I do not know. Perhaps this is why this very ancient hymn has survived. Not because it solved the mystery, but rather because it preserved it. The Nasadiya Sukta does not command belief. It invites wonder. It does not close the door. It leaves it open. And somewhere beyond existence and non-existence, beyond time and space, beyond language and thought, the question still waits. How did it all begin? Well, does anyone truly know? Or perhaps even he does not know. If you like the contents of my channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Eternal Tandav for more such enlightening stories across the universe. For the time being, thank you.